Long time no see. A lot's been going on. I am rebalded. You can see a little stubble there. I'm sad about the stubble, but it grows back, doesn't it? A lot's been going on. A lot's been going on. Pagan Pride has come and gone. My birthday has come and gone. We are still in September, and in Minneapolis it has been 100 degrees. The first day of fall it was 100 degrees, and yesterday it was about 80 degrees, and today it's raining, so that's a welcome relief. A lot of things have happened with the job, and there are a lot of things happening with the house. The house manager and someone else patched up the mouse hole, so hopefully we won't have any mice anymore. And I am still considering letting some friends come over and double check after them, but I feel like they actually did a really good job of sealing it up. There's a lot going on with house guests, and I'm still looking for a sublet, and we found a new housemate that won't be moving in until November because of some other things that were going on, but I'm not sure those things still apply. So now at this point the house is just losing money. But I guess that's okay too, because if I'm the only one that cares, then that means that it's not important, because that's not my issue. Because since it's not from my doing that this situation is happening, I still pay rent normally, and I really don't have to care any more than anybody else that pays rent normally. So with the job, I had a falling out with some coworkers because I was posting about racism and transphobia within the company in the coworker union Facebook groups, and someone was trying to white noise me out by saying that my observations weren't based on facts, which usually observations don't need to be based on any greater facts, because an observation is just what it is. It's an observation. When I called that person out, my other coworkers said that I was being inappropriate. And when I asked them why what I did was wrong and better ways to handle it, they were not interested in correcting my behavior. They were just interested in telling me how I was wrong. So I have learned that white liberals are a very vicious breed, and I have gone on to make my own Facebook group that does not have anything to do with those people, and white liberalism and shouting people down is unacceptable. My group is made where people can properly vent their frustrations, state their observations, and organize around any causes that they feel are worth that effort, without being discouraged about anything that goes on with them. Because I actually remembered after that happened to me, and after I cooled down about it, that there were other people that were shouted down previously about different issues, and there have been some other people that have been treated as though their issues were unimportant. So this group is for them. I may or may not be leaving the job on November 30th. I'm definitely leaving the job, and after having such a falling out, discovering that some of my coworkers are the white liberal racist type, I probably won't be going back. But after such an event, I have entered into the state of I could stop going to work at any time, because this is an at-will state, and we do have a union, but we haven't developed a contract, and we probably won't have a contract by the time I leave. It's very unlikely. People can still do a whole lot of coming and going as they please. Not that having a contract changes that. The contract, and when you're a union, it changes on the other side, where the employer is no longer at will, and if they fire you, they have to give you a reason. But of course, the employees can still come and go as they please, unless there's something in individual contract that says otherwise, in which everyone would need to be aware of that. I can stop going to work at any time with no consequence of that experience being a hindrance to future employers. Is the point. And I am a person that's very much about trust and the value of my relationships, and I'm sure you get the gist of it. So for me to feel that way about my coworkers, especially people in my department, I don't have any remorse on how it would affect them if I were to stop coming to work. With those people that white noised me and shouted me down. People that I do care about and that I would care that it affects already know what happened and how I feel about it, and they understand my feelings towards it. So my set official notice date is November 30th, but I could be gone sooner than that if I ever feel uncomfortable working there, or the issues with the new department manager come to fruition in this department. And I still need to buy my ticket, and I don't need a new pack. I definitely want a new pack, but if I wanted to roll out of here with that 40 that I have, or keep that 50 that I have, I could make it work. But I am looking at a 70 plus 10 that would fit me, because as much as I don't want to travel with a whole lot of weight, I would rather have the space and not need it than vice versa. Because when it comes to winter traveling, that comes with packing more blankets and possibly more food. Or like coats, and I'm probably going to have the sleeping bag, which is about as big as a gallon of milk, or a gallon jug, specifics aside, inside the pack. I do usually like to have my stuff inside my pack instead of hanging outside, so there's that. And I'm really looking forward to the changes in general. Not just traveling, but also with what's been going on with the house, because this house always has housemaid issues. Even when things are good, they're still not as great as they could be. And as far as the job goes, there's that issue that I just talked about, and then there's the other issue of the job itself, aside from my coworkers on the floor with the management, that other people are allowed to dictate my role and my potential. I am more than just a cashier. I know that I have other skills, and I would feel like I deserve the chance to be able to express those things. And I am not going to get the chance to truly be who I am in a place where the dynamics are pretty obvious. Like white people at the top, people of color at the bottom, and a majority speaking. And I want to say that I hope things change, but really I would rather see the whole thing be ruined, because it's a racist campaign driving off of racist white liberals trying to change things. So racism plus racism equals racism. So I hope the whole thing just falls apart at this point, and I have absolutely no concerns for them. And the people that aren't like that, I know will be okay. I will always have faith and trust in people that are truly my allies. And I know that, or I would like to believe that just because things with this company fall apart, they wouldn't fall apart. I would hope that they would go on to endeavor in other opportunities, as I have seen many others over my time that have left and gone on to much better things. I would hope that that would be the same for them. But as far as those racists goes, I hope everything falls apart for them. And speaking of words that start with R, there is another rapist over at the Wedge. A lot of you may not have heard yet, but there's already a picture of this person posted up at a few places. The other one with the blonde hair is supposedly gone, and I got this from a person that I do trust. That person is gone, but there's a new one with brown hair at the very same place at the Wedge table. The MO is similar, except I believe that the difference between this person and the previous person is that this person also targets teenagers. I don't see how you can call yourself a business that cares about the community when you refuse to fire your rapists. When people are outed as rapists, they should not be welcome to the community. They should not be welcome to any employers. They should not have any types of established ways of living. They should not be employable. They should lose their housing. They should lose everything. And I am definitely behind the idea of killing your local rapist. Because rapists, they don't deserve to live. All they are geared towards is hurting people. So there's that. Fortunately, I don't work at the Wedge. Because racism is a thing that we've been dealing with for a long time. It's still non-negotiable, but there's a much higher tolerance for it. I mean, on certain levels. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. If you're watching this video, you're probably not an idiot. But racism is a thing that we think of as more common, whereas people have a variety of opinions about rapists and how they should be handled, but we can all agree that rape is bad. So as me being who I am, I've been dealing with racism for a very long time, and I can continue to deal with it. But when it comes to rapists, I would not work there. As soon as a rapist has been outed and they have refused to fire them, I would be totally happy with not having a job until I found something else or did something else or whatever. Moved on with my life is the point. You just won't find me working in an establishment that has it acceptable to be... You know what I'm saying. I don't want to work with rapists. I would never work with rapists. If a rapist was outed and was not terminated, I would not continue to work for those people. And I would lead a campaign against them because they are helping financially fuel a person that is literally out to hurt the community and is a greater threat and hazard to society. I'm not saying rapists aren't rehabilitatable. I am saying that while they are out running free, they will do as they please because there's nothing hindering them. And some of them might be, but I feel like most of them aren't. I feel like rape is a choice, and when you choose to do something like that, you should lose everything that you have, including your life. So, this has gone on for almost 15 minutes. I think I've made my point pretty clear about where I am, of how I'm sick of other people being able to dictate my potential and where I should be. And I'm tired of, it doesn't happen often, but I'm already tired of people putting me in places that make them look good versus my actual personal greater good of wanting to do more with my life and wanting to exercise more of my selfness, my brain, my energy, my muscles, all that. And really fuck racists and kill rapists. That's basically the point. So I'll see y'all later. Take care of yourselves and each other, and kill your local rapists.